Hello, this is Pastor James from Christ Our King Community Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you're like me, you had a late night last night. We were all watching with anticipation the matchup between LeBron James and Stephen Curry. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. There was a level of anticipation that we're excited about. One team has a chance to repeat. The other team has a chance to do more than just repeat. But for the Cleveland Cavaliers, there was much more at stake. In some ways, there was an anticipation that you kept hearing people talk about. It's been 52 years since there's been a championship. I mean, it's amazing because even LeBron James began to talk about the last moments of failure for famous athletic teams in Cleveland. Whether it was Ernest Biner and sorry Ernest with the Cleveland Browns, or whether it was even with the baseball team, the Cleveland Indians as well. But now was their opportunity, and the weight, you could feel the weight, you could feel the anticipation, and we were watching. Even some of us were not even basketball fans. We were concerned. You even had stories of fans who had a great deal of emotion, and you saw grown men in tears with the sadness of the possibility of not winning, and this was their chance. It's also interesting because LeBron, again, right there from the Ohio area, growing up in Akron, Ohio, here is LeBron who played for the Cavaliers and became the hero that became a villain when he went to Miami to win championships, and now the hero is back. It is amazing that the whole economy of the city of Cleveland in many ways is counting on the reality of a team winning a championship. Well, we can get into the economics and we can talk about the history. We can talk about really, is he really King James? And we've heard all the stories. Is he the greatest basketball player that has ever played the game? We can talk about the comparison between him and Stephen Curry. But I think what really has captured us all is the reality at a very basic level. We love a good story. I think that's why all of us are watching. It's why there's so many fans. Because there's something inside of us that's wired for a good story. A story that has all the elements of both an antagonist and a protagonist. A story that has all of the tension and drama of sometimes we even turn the characters into heroes and villains. A story that has a point of curiosity of how is it going to end. And we had all of that in this story. There's something inside of us, whether we're watching a championship basketball game or whether we're watching a movie, we love a story. And what's interesting is in the last couple of weeks, we've had several stories that we've encountered. It would be tragic if we forget the story of another hero, and that's Muhammad Ali. He too had a story, and isn't it fascinating how we love watching athletes do the unthinkable and accomplish the impossible. And so even in our minds, we probably will close our eyes and remember and can see the scenes, whether it was Ali and his tremendous footwork and his skill and his ability to communicate incredibly on the center stage of being a boxer. But last night, we remember the three-point shots that LeBron shot. We also remember the shots that Stephen Curry missed, unfortunately. We remember that incredible defensive play where he pinned the ball against the backboard. And we watched that and we were amazed. Why? Because we are wired as human beings to love a story that has suspense, a story that has mystery, a story that requires courage. And that's why we were watching. But what I'd like to suggest is maybe we need to not simply watch a story, but maybe we need to begin living a story. That what we were attracted in last night in the championship basketball game, we have an opportunity to live every day if we live life to the fullest. You know, in the Bible it says this, it says that we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works that God has prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. That idea of workmanship found in Ephesians is the idea of craftsmanship. Could it be that the God of the universe really designed us all to live an incredible story? Yes, LeBron James is a story that we'll be telling for a long time. But what was interesting at the end of it all was watching the reality of the story. It was watching LeBron James in the middle of the court on his knees with tears and emotions because he's accomplished his feat. What made the story so powerful as well is when he got up off his knees, you could see it if you go back and look at, again, some of the footage, that when the game was over, you heard him say, "Where's my wife?" And then I love this part of the story. As they were taking the team pictures beside LeBron was his two sons. You see, the reason why I love that is because those are parts of the story that we all can identify with. Many of us who are listening, we know those sons. We've been those sons for some of us as men. Many of us who listen, we know that loved one that's in our life that's really most important, that transcends any moment that we can experience. I believe we all are longing for a story, but hopefully we're not fans because we are content with watching a story rather than living a story. And my mind goes to Langston Hughes as I thought about LeBron last night. What happens when a dream is deferred? And you don't have to say the rest of the poem because many of LeBron's dreams are not deferred because he's chosen to give his all to live his story. Today, I'm challenged. Love the championship, but the game is over. But for many of us, like myself, the game is still going on, and it's not a game. It's called life. And there's a story that God has designed for us to live. May we all continue to celebrate, but may we move from being in the stands as fans to being players on the court. Because there's an incredible story that we all have to live. We celebrate LeBron. But I can't help but believe there are others around us today who want to celebrate us. May we live our story well.